If I could sit down with my younger self and take her for a day-long date, this is what I would do to make sure she had the best day ever. My name is Ava. I am the founder of Ava's Armour, a sweat-hiding fashion brand that I'm building in college. If you're interested in entrepreneurship, wellness, and fashion, make sure to follow along on the journey. A perfect day would involve exercise, vision boarding, face masks, EFT tapping or meditation, and noticing the beauty around you. The biggest lesson for me is that I can still get a lot done in a day if I have a good mindset while doing it. Going through each task with deep breathing and with breaks, and writing down the tasks I want to accomplish that day, giving myself good meals that don't make me feel lethargic or heavy, but do make me feel full. These habits actually shift your mood, stress hormones, and even your motivation. Here are the activities that help me reset and how they work. Vision boarding. I see this as organizing my desires in the future. Dr. Gail Matthews said people who write things down are more likely to achieve them. According to neuroscience research, when you vividly imagine a goal, your brain activates similar neural pathways as if you were actually doing it. Psychologists call this mental rehearsal. It increases motivation and goal-directed behavior. As soon as I printed out these papers and started piecing them together, I can finally release this thought from a what if in my brain. On my social media mood board, I put not only pictures of fashion, but pictures that are playing with scale and ratio because it looks a lot more engaging than just posting an outfit picture. And if I were to post an outfit picture, I could combine that with something mindset related that really draws people in more than just looking at a picture. Because I'm really trying to communicate that I'm a calm creator, driven by her dreams, and you can see that there's more to the story than appearance. The second mood board I made was a vortex board, or basically where I see myself longer term in the future when it comes to being a creator. And so one of my goals is to have the YouTube silver plaque. And another one of my goals is to be in Forbes 30 under 30 and stuff like that. These are things that I've seen successful women do, and I want to do it too. And so I know that if I put it out there, it will come back to me. The final vision board that I made was my inner feelings board, because there's a difference in the things that you want to achieve and how you want to feel on a daily basis. On my inner feelings board, I looked up topics like strength, health, soul-aligned friendships, knight in shining armor. I want to feel like a princess in my relationship. I used to print out pictures individually and then put them along the ground and eventually put them into a big board. But this time around, I found that just copying and pasting images from Pinterest into my Canva and ordering them into a collage on a presentation slide saved me a lot of time. Then I used this website called Blockposter and select that I wanted a small size board, 2 portrait papers wide. Then I took a piece of tape and I taped it down the center and hung each of them up. Exercise literally changes your brain chemistry. Now, even though exercise is an amazing thing and everybody knows that, it's hard for a lot of us to stay consistent or feel like we're doing enough. I felt that way because even on my Google Calendar, I have specific days for different muscle groups. In this week, I didn't follow them to the day exactly because I knew that even though I planned out these different muscle groups for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I didn't get them done because school was taking up a lot of my time, I was creating, or I was hanging out with friends, or my energy was plain low, I could still do them over the weekend. And I had the specific exercises planned out, so it took me less thinking to do later. I saw another creator, Grace Beverley, talk about how she exercises only 3 times a week because she knows that she's busy. And this made me feel secure in myself. More than anything else, going to the gym clears my mental fog. It makes me feel like I can hold myself accountable and I'm someone I can trust to get things done. Along with that, I love feeling strong and I love to sweat. Now, even though I love to sweat in the gym, that doesn't mean that I love to sweat every other time of the day. That's why I started a sweat hiding fashion brand. But when I'm in the gym, it feels like I can be free to sweat and be proud of myself. Even though you shouldn't care what others think of you in the gym, it feels good to have a physical sign that you're working hard. All in all, when I move my body, I feel more capable. Okay guys, I'm back from the gym and I'm also back from the thrift store, and I thought that I would give you guys a little haul of what I got today. I've been seeing so many cute outfits on Pinterest with ties. So that was the first thing I wanted, was a tie. Now I'm gonna have to learn how to tie a tie, but this was the only cute one. Second thing, if I don't love this, I can always sell it, but it's this Ohio State hat, and I like the stripes on the side, and I like the piping right there. We'll see if I wear it. I'm not really a hat person, but stylish girls are hat people. The next thing I got was a belt. I love a nice thick belt, and it goes well with these trousers. And I thought that it would be a cute outfit with this blue and green tie. Next, I got this cute, it looks like it could be vintage, blue button-up top. And this is adorable on. I love the pattern. And I love that it's like soft and cottony. I've gotten button-ups before, and when they're uncomfortable, I don't wear them. This felt like a good third piece that I would throw on like later tonight. The Pride and Joy, this Arizona jean jacket. Perfect sleeve length. The cut at the hip is perfect. And I love the detailing. I love that it has pockets. The next thing I got was this plain white button up. So many of them are oversized. So many of them don't have a top button for right here, which is that look that I wanted with the tie. I got these sunglasses, and I also took a video in the thrift store of these because when I put them on, can't see what I look like. Orange as hell. And the last thing that I got was this black dress that has such a cute lace detailing, and it is a maxi cotton black dress, and it looks perfect for the springtime, and I probably will wear it with this blue button up and be comfortable and feel like such a cutie in that with maybe like some brown high-heeled boots. It'll be cute. That is my thrift haul. Another thing that I love to do is journaling. Now, I don't journal every single day, even though I know that it would probably benefit me too, but I love to do gratitude journaling or I am journaling. And when I do my I am affirmations, I'll slip a few in there that aren't true yet, but that I want to be true. So I will say things like, I am making thousands of dollars weekly. I am getting brand deals constantly. I'm getting Shopify notifications all the time. I'm sending out packages to people who are excited for my product. Even though these affirmations aren't true yet, it feels so good to write them down, put myself in that gratitude feeling like I've already accomplished them. Another thing I love doing is EFT tapping. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. What I do during tapping is I am tapping on different acupressure points along my face and my head underneath my arm and my collarbone. And this combines cognitive therapy with acupressure because basically I am talking through something that is stressing me out. And at the same time, after I've talked through it and affirmed whatever negative emotion I'm feeling, then I move on to the opposite emotion. And I find it a very productive way to work through my emotions, moving through the thoughts physically rather than staying still. So if you haven't tried EFT tapping, I recommend it. You can look up the Tapping Solution app. It's free. I'm excited to do this face mask. I haven't done a face mask in like 2 weeks. It hasn't been that long. But yes, I'm excited because one of my favorite things is to do a face mask and clean, or do a face mask and then do my homework, because it feels like habit stacking, but also like rewarding myself while I'm doing something that I don't want to do. So I'm excited. The mask I'll be using is this clay mask, and I'm using this one instead of like a moisturizing one because I keep rubbing my face on Jasper, my cat's face, and I think it's breaking me out finally because of, the fact that he's a dirty boy. But I'm not gonna stop. I love him too much to stop doing that. I actually have had this face mask for such a long time. I think I've had this mask since I was in middle school, potentially, because my friend from middle school showed me this mask and we did them at her house together. So I fear that it's definitely old. But you know what? It's not dried out, so I'm still gonna use it. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited about this mask. mask. This weekend, when Friday came around, I had one class, and then I went to go get my hair cut for the first time in I don't know how long. And the haircut took longer than I expected, and I actually biked against a 10 miles per hour wind speed to get to the salon, which was a 15-minute bike ride there, 15 minutes back. And by the time I came back, I was just exhausted mentally and physically. So I did nothing basically for the rest of the day. I'm gonna let this mask sit while I go and finally clean out my closet and do my dishes, because my closet has turned into the space that I have been throwing all my clothes in, or throwing stuff whenever my family came to visit and they brought me stuff from home. I threw the bags in my closet, and it's been hard to get in and out of there whenever I feed Jasper in the mornings. So I'm excited to clean that out right now. Noticing the beauty around me. This is another point I just had to include in my list of things that make me feel better, because I honestly think it has helped me manifest some of the best things in my life right now. Exposure to nature has been shown to reduce blood pressure and reduce stress. This is actually coined by psychologists as attention restoration theory, where nature helps your brain recover from mental fatigue. I remember when I was at a low point, I noticed how beautiful the trees looked as the leaves were blowing in the wind at the time. And now, as I go throughout my days, I try to look up at the nature around me and just practice gratitude for the living things that surround me. Gratitude for the trees, the flowers, the fresh, cool air, everything that elevates my day without me having to do anything. And I know that they'll be there tomorrow. For me, even just breathing deeply as I'm walking outside can help me zoom out of my tunnel vision and reduce my stress. Most of these habits work because they regulate your nervous system. When your nervous system feels safe, your brain can think clearly, plan, and create. Obviously, you don't attract what you want magically. We'd love it if we could. That being said, you do act differently when you're regulated. And even before filming this video, I had to do an EFT tapping because pulling out the camera and talking in front of it still gives me a sense of anxiety. So I wanted to be clear that even though I'm sharing these things that help me, I would have loved to seen my older self give me this sense of relaxation that I do have the time to accomplish the things I want to, and not every day is about accomplishing something or practicing success. If you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure to subscribe and turn your notifications on. I will be posting weekly videos. My question for you is, what books or practices jumpstart your soul? And that's all I have for today. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.